Approaching women can be a daunting task for many men. It requires a certain level of confidence, communication skills, and the ability to read nonverbal cues. However, there is a certain personality type that seems to excel in this area: the Sigma male. While the Sigma man doesn't chase women and prefers to stay away from attention-seeking habits, he is still able to meet and attract women in his own way. Sigma men approach women differently because they don't follow the traditional norms of dating. A Sigma will never approach a woman if he hasn't seen an initial sign of interest, whether it's an eye contact, a smile, or a subtle body language cue. He won't approach any woman without first gauging her interest. While an alpha male may rush in with a pickup line, the Sigma male will be more intelligent and careful. He will make sure to check the woman's body language, attitude, and overall demeanor before he makes his move. This is what sets him apart from other men. So without further ado, here are 9 ways real Sigma males approach women. 1. They avoid questions that can be answered with one word. This is one of the most important principles of Sigma when approaching women. When you pick up the sign of interest, one of the worst things you can do is to bombard her with questions that can be answered with a single word. This will make it seem like you are trying too hard, and it may make her feel awkward, even if she is interested in you. Asking thought-provoking questions is a much better approach. Sigma men focus on asking open-ended questions that really allow her to express herself. This type of conversation encourages meaningful dialogue and helps to build a strong connection. For example, rather than asking, "Are you from around here?" which can be answered with a simple yes or no, try asking something like, "What do you like most about this place or city?" This type of question will give her the opportunity to talk about herself, while also allowing you to think of follow-up questions that can lead to a date. Not only does this approach show your sharp wit and intelligence, but it will also make her feel like she can open up to you. This automatically sets you above the average guy who is just trying to hit on her. 2. The power of nonverbal communication. Most men have no clue how powerful nonverbal communication can be when it comes to seduction. They use them without knowing, and usually with the wrong intentions. They don't even know if their body language sends the wrong signals. Because they don't pay attention to it, they come off as too aggressive or even intimidating. They think they can use it to show dominance or power, but most of the time it backfires. Imagine talking about something meaningful with a woman, but your body language shows her uncertainty or lack of confidence. Even if she is interested in you, it will be hard for her to feel attracted to you because of how you are presenting yourself. It makes you look weak and insecure, like a child trying to hide its flaws by talking big. The power of nonverbal communication lies in subtlety, not dominance. Sigma men use it to create an atmosphere of safety and comfort. Their gestures and facial expressions are in line with their words, making them naturally attractive to women. By sending out the right cues, they can make her feel instantly attracted without saying a word. It takes practice to master the art of nonverbal communication, but once you do, it can be a powerful tool for seduction. 3. They are direct but not aggressive. While this approach may have a tiny edge of aggressiveness, it is nothing compared to the boldness of a classic alpha male. Sigma men know how to balance it out with respect and understanding. They know when to take a step back and when to make their move, making them the perfect balance between alpha and beta male behavior. They don't beat around the bush or play games like some alphas do. They recognize when a woman is showing signs of interest, and they are confident enough to make their move in an assertive but respectful manner. This takes away the weight from her shoulders and allows her to relax, making it easier for her to open up. Being serious about it makes her ask herself if you are a real man or if you are faking it. 4. They focus on confidence over bragging. When it comes to approaching women, many men believe that impressing is the key to success. They think they can win over any woman by boasting about their accomplishments. However, Sigma men know confidence is the first factor attracting a woman. Confidence is about being comfortable in your own skin and believing in yourself. It's not about being arrogant or self-centered, but rather about having a strong sense of self-worth. When you confidently approach a woman, you show her you value yourself and your time. This is an incredibly attractive quality, demonstrating that you have a life outside of trying to impress her. On the other hand, bragging about yourself may make her think that you are trying to prove something to her or others. This will make her feel like she is nothing more than a trophy and that you are simply trying to show off. While this may work on some, it only makes a man look desperate and insecure. Imagine how much more attractive you will be when you focus on conveying your confidence rather than trying to impress her. By focusing on confidence over bragging, Sigma men can approach women with a sense of ease and self-assurance. They don't need to rely on cheesy pickup lines or rehearsed compliments to win a woman over. Instead, they simply present themselves as they are. 5. The art of listening, not hearing. This is an advantage that Sigma men have over alpha males. Alphas often think they know it all and don't really listen to women. They are so focused on impressing them with their knowledge that they forget to pay attention to what she is actually saying. Sigma men are often introverted and introspective, which means they are naturally inclined to listen more than they speak. This can be a powerful asset when it comes to dating, as women appreciate men who are good listeners and show genuine interest in what they have to say. To improve your listening skills, start by being present in the moment. Put away your phone and other distractions and focus on the person in front of you. Ask open-ended questions that encourage them to share their thoughts and feelings, and listen attentively to their responses. Remember that listening is not just about hearing the words someone is saying, but also understanding their emotions and perspective. Use active listening techniques like paraphrasing and reflecting to show that you are truly engaged in the conversation. You have no idea how attractive this skill can be to women. 6. Finding common ground. One of the biggest challenges for Sigma men when approaching women is finding common ground. Because Sigmas tend to be nonconformist and individualistic, they may have interests and hobbies that are less mainstream or less likely to be shared by the general population. To overcome this challenge, Sigma men need to be creative and open-minded when finding common ground. This could include anything from shared musical tastes to traveling or a passion for something. Once you find something in common with her, the conversation will naturally flow, and it will be easier to create a genuine connection. Also, don't be afraid to bring up unusual interests or hobbies. Women appreciate uniqueness and originality. Finding common ground is not just about discussing the same topics, but also understanding each other's perspectives. By taking time to truly listen and understand her point of view, Sigma man is able to create an emotional connection that goes beyond surface-level conversations. Although it may take some effort and creativity, you will find that it is worth the effort. 7. Using humor as an icebreaker. Humor is one of the most powerful tools for creating attraction and connection with women, but it's also one of the hardest skills to master. While some men think they can just wing it, the truth is that being funny requires a certain level of skill and finesse. Sounding like a clown is not attractive and can even be a turnoff. Humor is all about timing, tone, and delivery. Sigma men use wit and intelligence to weave clever jokes into conversations to break the ice and make her feel relaxed and comfortable. However, they also know that there is a fine line between being funny and insulting or offensive, so they always make sure to maintain a good balance. Humor can also be used to subtly flirt with women in a way that is both tasteful and humorous. This creates an emotional connection and more intimacy between two people. They use humor as a bridge, making the transition from stranger to friend or even more a lot smoother. This can give them an edge over many alpha males who often don't know how to use humor tactfully or attractively. 8. Embracing their authenticity. One of the key principles of the Sigma Man approach is authenticity. Sigma men understand that being true to yourself is the foundation for any successful relationship. This means embracing your quirks, your interests, and your passions, even if they don't fit into traditional gender roles. When approaching women, they don't try to impress them with flashy cars or expensive gifts. Instead, they focus on building a genuine connection based on shared values and interests. This requires vulnerability and honesty, which can be scary at first, but ultimately leads to deeper, more fulfilling relationships. To embrace your authenticity as a Sigma, start by reflecting on your values and priorities. What is most important to you in life? What makes you unique? Once you have a clear sense of who you are, it will be easier to connect with women who share your values and appreciate your individuality. 9. Navigating rejection. One of the hardest parts of dating is dealing with rejection. While Sigma men know how to pick up on subtle cues that someone is interested, they could also be wrong or misread the signals. Everyone makes mistakes, and rejection is a part of life. Rejection is not a personal attack or failure, but rather an opportunity to learn and grow. Rejection is a natural part of the dating process, but that doesn't make it any easier to handle. To navigate rejection as a Sigma man, start by reframing your mindset. Rather than viewing rejection as a personal failure or a reflection of your worth as a person, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Use rejection as a chance to reflect on your needs and priorities and refine your approach to dating and relationships. Remember that rejection is not a reflection of your worth as a person, and that there are plenty of fish in the sea. Keep an open mind and a positive attitude, and you'll find that rejection is not as scary or intimidating as it may seem.